Hey everyone, this is Shooting Illustrated bringing you another episode of iCarry. In today's feature, we're taking another look at the Glock G19 Gen5 MOS pistol and some related gear. Let's take a closer look at this kit. We've come back to the Glock G19 for today's kit, and if it seems like the G19 gets a fair amount of coverage, there's a reason for that. Several of our previous kits have been semi-automatic handguns that have designs and sizes quite similar to the G19, simply because it's a useful, reliable size and can be both shot and concealed fairly easily. It makes sense to bring back the G19, both because it's the origin of species, but also because it leads the way in the aftermarket. And let's face it, when it comes to getting gear like holsters or upgrades like sights or triggers, there's little out there that has more available than the Glock G19. The 1911 might have more aftermarket support overall, but it's also been on the market for well over a century, whereas the G19 hasn't even been around for 4 decades. Whether you're looking to replace the plastic factory sights with metal night sights, improve the trigger, or simply find a holster for your pistol, the Glock family has a huge fan base and aftermarket support. This particular iteration of the G19 is the Gen5 MOS version, which means it has the latest upgrades such as the Glock Marksman barrel, forward cocking serrations, ambidextrous slide stop levers, flared magazine well and trigger enhancements. The MOS indicates the ability of this pistol to accept a variety of optics mounting plates for nearly all optic footprints currently on the market. Out of the box, the G19 Gen5 MOS is pretty well equipped. When you factor in the vast aftermarket available for support, there's not much you can't do with one. Sure, there are smaller pistols out there with similar capacity. There are fancier models too. That's what's so great right now, all the choices available. In the G19 Gen5 MOS, though, there's a reliable, affordable option that works just fine right out of the box and can still have a lot of upgrades done to it. If you want to tinker, you can. If you'd rather spend that money on ammo and training, that's also an option. One thing you won't have to worry about is getting the G19 to run properly, and that's pretty important in the grand scheme of things. Something we've mentioned pretty often is that finding a holster fit for a niche pistol can be difficult. That's a big reason to choose something as popular as the Glock G19. Most holster companies have multiple fits for the compact Glock. We've opted for the new Range Plus OWB paddle holster from Tulster for today's kit as an example of a solid range and training holster. Of course, it can also be used for concealed carry, but that does require a little more thought to the cover garments and is a little easier when the weather's cooler. The Range Plus OWB holster is constructed with a single sheet of Kydex in a taco-style configuration with a single screw for retention adjustment. The plus in the name indicates that this model is set up to accept a pistol with a mounted electro-optic, and the holster can be ordered for both right and left-handed shooters. The Range Plus is compatible with a number of alternative holster mounting options like the Safari Lane QLS, Blade Tech Tech-Lock, and others. Rounding out today's kit, and keeping in line with both the MOS and Range Plus models of the Glock and Tulster, is the C&H Precision Weapons Duty red dot optic. The Duty is an enclosed-emitter sight available with a 3 MOA red or green dot, as well as a combination 3 MOA red dot and 48 MOA circle reticle for shooters that prefer the circle dot combo. The Duty attaches to a slide using the same mount as the Aimpoint Acro, and a plate for the RMR footprint that includes the Acro-style mount can be purchased from C&H, in addition to a plate that attaches directly to the Glock MOS cut. The Duty optic features 10 brightness levels, 2 of which are compatible with night vision, and features motion control that turns the unit on after periods of inactivity. This is part of C&H's smart power management that extends the life of the single CR2032 battery to a claimed 50,000 hours. The Duty's battery compartment is located on the side of the unit for easy replacement, and the optic is shock-resistant and IPX7 rated for water resistance. The enclosed-emitter design means the optic is more protected from environmental concerns like rain or snow, and is more likely to prevent buildup of debris like an open emitter. For more information on the items we've chosen for today's kit, and for other guns and gear combinations, please visit shootingillustrated.com. And, as always, stay tuned for more episodes of iCarry.